Wright State University has changed to semesters, and with that change came a whirlwind of updates.
Each year, program reviews are conducted by our program directors and instructors. Data is collected and reviewed to aid in the decisions we make to improve our programs. One big piece of that is the program portfolio. In addition to our normal annual changes, the semester conversion has given us the job of reviewing every word of the portfolios in order to update details to semester language. I'm going to walk you through the process we have in place to catch all the changes that need to be made in Tk20. Started at the retreat, everyone received a summary of program review of the assessment data form on their retreat flash drive. Each program director, or advisor if there isn't a director, is responsible for completing this form at the end of each academic year after reviewing their program documents, assessment results, survey results, and any other data available. This template is provided to help directors organize the data, remember what to look for, and write down program improvement decisions. An example of something to look at or to review would be a program standard. On the first page of the documents are places to write in program strengths and accomplishments and areas that need improvement, broken down by program data, unit data, and survey data. You are free to add any other data or information you have. Let's look at examples of program strengths and areas that need improved, updated, or changed. Some of the changes you want to make may overlap and include program and unit data, and that's okay. We really want you to be proud of the things you are doing well, so please list multiple strengths. We will be using these to build our continuous improvement reports, but we also need you to improve your program each year. In these examples, a director listed the fact that all of his candidates passed the Praxis 2 test on their first attempt as a strength for the program. Another director listed that lesson plan writing needed to start earlier in the program. Hopefully that has already been done, and at the end of this year, that change may be a strength. We have unit examples. The unit strength listed was that all program portfolios contained all the required evidence and they deserved target grades. The improvement example was that a program believed that they needed to assess candidate professional dispositions more often. Again, hopefully that was already built into this academic year and it will show up in the list next fall. Surveys give us a good look at our programs from the graduates, their employers, supervisors, and I would like to include other stakeholders and program directors. The strength example is that 97% of the graduates that completed the completer survey would suggest the program to friends. That is something to be proud of and share with our university. The improvement example was the fact that very few graduates had completed the survey and the director would like to increase the survey response rate. The program, unit, and survey strengths and changes need to go on page 1 along with the basic plan for the changes. For example, an action could be that the lesson plan writing will be introduced in the introduction course with 4 assignments in 4 different courses. While you are thinking about Tk20 changes, it is always a good idea to check on your standards. Click on Courses on the main tab bar. Click on the Standards link in the yellow box on the left. Find your standards and verify that the list is complete and current. Since we ask our students to attach the corresponding standards to artifacts in each tab, we need to have the current program standards available. Finish the first page of the review form, and you know the changes that you will be making. You are ready to move on to the changes that need to be made in Tk20. Since we move to semesters this fall, you will need to change all rubric names to reflect the new course numbers. The system we use to keep all the rubrics organized is to start them with the course number, and we're going to continue that. So ED 771 Inquiry Project rubric will need to be changed to ED 6490 Inquiry Project. You can also add standards to the name like KA number 6 for quick reference when reviewing comprehensive reports. Did you know that you can add rubrics to the portfolio? You can add additional rubrics specific to your program to your portfolio. You can add an additional professional dispositions rubric at the midpoint check to help you remember to assess them regularly. You can add a final project rubric or even a third portfolio check. I need to know what course you want the students to get their portfolio. During what course? Every program portfolio has at least 6 tabs, one for each of the college conceptual framework strands. You have the option to add extra tabs. You can add additional tabs for candidate information, like student resume and philosophy. You can add a final tab for a summary of the program, the final project, or for the final reflections. Each tab in the portfolio has instructions or a list of evidence options for the student to use to help them upload the correct type of evidence to each tab. Please review the current tab instructions or lists. If there are quarter course numbers listed, you will need to provide the new course numbers. If you need to make other changes to the instructions, for example, you would like to list a new key assessment or change the list to appear less complicated, please provide the new instructions electronically and submit with your review form. I also need to know how many assessors you need attached to the portfolio and who they are going to be. Program directors can choose to have each portfolio assessed just twice, once at midpoint and once at final assessment, or more often. You also choose how many different. After I have made changes, sent the new portfolios to students, and attached all assessors, I will send the program director an email. Before assessing, please check your class lists against the names you see in your portfolio tab. That way we know you won't miss assessing a candidate portfolio. These portfolios will be available for you to see until you choose to place them in a completed folder. I can show you how to create the folders. This year, due to the semester conversion, there are many things we need to update or completely change. The program portfolio is no exception. My only reference is Tk20.